We got a motorcycle rider about to take his motorcycle on the road. What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome once again. I am about to hit the road. You're more than welcome to join us. Who are you?
Hey, I'm Derek Agard.
All right, so I'm taking Derek onto the road. And Derek, what exactly are you looking for when you're riding on the road? What would you like practice on?
Well, basically, I want to be a much safer rider. I want to be able to anticipate better and get more advanced road training. That's why I'm here, to upgrade my skills.
That's what we're gonna do. Stay tuned. We're about to hit the road. It's drizzling at the moment, but that's not a problem. We're ready for it. Let's hit the road. Pew! Everything blessed? Yes, I. So we're now on the road. We're observing the traffic coming off on our right hand side because this is all traffic from the city. We are heading straight. We're moving straight into a double lane, and if you look straight ahead, you'll see an arrow goes left and an arrow goes straight. We are heading straight. We're following the straight road. Heavy truck coming over on our right hand side. So we'll let as much traffic as possible go through because we want to make sure when we enter,
Right,
we are safe and we're not endangering ourselves.
right.
So I see an indicator moving in left, so we're going to move ahead of that vehicle because that's our window. And like I said, we're following the straight arrow.
Right.
And observe the speed limit, 30 miles, 50 kilometers an hour. So we're not going past that.
Right.
So far, the road seems to be very clear,
Yeah, nice and smooth. Yeah.
which is not bad at all. So we have traffic on our left, we have traffic on our right. So we need to be doing a lot of head checks and also checking our mirrors. Approaching the roundabout, you want to ensure you always pay attention to the vehicles behind you to ensure that they're slowing down. If you notice, I'm moving over to my right hand side. That's if the vehicle behind me is on their cell phone not paying attention.
Okay.
I give them room if they need to swerve and not come into contact with me.
Right.
Remember, we always move off with the left leg on our gear, waiting for a window. All right, so we can start to make our way across. Indicate left because that's where we're going. There's a vehicle blocking this lane. We want to make sure that we look out for vehicles that are swerving away from this vehicle.
Right.
Pedestrian crossing, you always slow down, allow pedestrians to make their way across the road. So we're still doing the speed limit on this particular road, which is 30 miles, 50 kilometers, 50. So you always want to be doing head checks as you have a lane on the left-hand side,
Right.
and you want to make sure that no vehicles are going to come across, surprise us. So you always want to know what's going on behind you. So every now and again, I can see a truck behind you.
Right.
That means it's occupying both lanes, and there shouldn't be vehicles coming up from behind us. You also have to bear in mind that a slow-moving vehicle, you need to be extra cautious because it means there are people who want to be moving ahead of that slow-moving vehicle. All right, so it's clear. We're going to cross now. Watch out for the truck on your left-hand side. The
Right.
truck is the one going to
Oh.
overtake us. Indicate left. We want to go ahead of the truck, so you apply a little throttle. You have to catch up. You have to catch up because he's going to
Right.
occupy two lanes. You're still not catching up. I'm doing 50. I'm doing 52 at the moment, so you need
Right.
to be going faster. Remember, it's 50, 50. There's a loaner vehicle ahead of me, so that truck will slow down. You need to
All
pass
right.
that truck.
I'm just waiting for the opening. Let me see. That truck really taking up space, boy. What?
Yeah, so that's why I wanted you to go ahead of the truck.
All right. See the opening.
So when you're riding, you're always looking at the road surface ahead of you. You're always looking at the vehicles ahead of you. You're always looking to the left because you want to make sure that no vehicles are going to come across and surprise you.
Mm-hmm.
So we're approaching another roundabout.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go ahead now. Also, you want to indicate left because we're moving to the left. Don't forget to glance. Also, there's gravel on the right-hand side.
Ooh,
And we
gravel.
have sand on the right-hand side.
Yeah. Thanks.
Always want to make sure, because the lanes are merging, you want to make sure that nothing is going to come across and surprise you. I can still see the truck behind you.
Yeah.
And that truck is moving very fast, so clearly he wants to overtake us. We're looking at the road surface as we ride in. You can see the road surface here, very uneven. Again, we're following the straight arrow. There's a pothole right there. Watch out for that.
Oh, okay. Sure. Alright.
So we're following the straight arrow up the hill. Make sure that your gear ratio,
Yeah, man. Copy that.
or the gear that you've selected, is the right gear to get you up that hill. There's a pothole on the right-hand side there.
Right.
So we're coming around this corner. You'll notice that I'm riding close to the center line. This is to allow me to have a better field of view as I'm coming around the corner. Now the lanes are merging. I want to glance over onto my left-hand side. Make sure that no vehicles are coming to surprise me. There's a vehicle on your left-hand side. Make sure it's clear for you to go. Also, there's a pothole right here.
Yeah, thanks.
I notice your indicator is on. It's important to turn your indicator off early and often, because you don't want the driver to think that you're turning left, they go to overtake, you're going right or you're going straight. So you have to remember to turn your indicator off. The vehicle up ahead of me is indicating left. There's a pothole right here.
Right.
So again, I'm looking out for the road hazards. I'm looking out for what the vehicles ahead of me are doing.
Yeah.
And you always want to be careful of intersections.
Okay.
Again, I'll open my field of view by riding off to the side. There's a pothole right here to my right.
Yeah.
So this is typically the area where the traffic starts from. And I can see there's a bit of wetness on the road. That means rain probably just fell.
Right.
Or some rain fell. There's a pothole right there to the left.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
So you have to be careful of the road surface. You don't want to be slipping and sliding.
True.
Can see a vehicle coming out of the intersection, so that's going to cause vehicles to slow down.
Somebody going on the right, the car in front of you. Yeah.
The road is clear. We're going to gas up.
Yeah, man.
A little more throttle. Again, you glance in, looking out for all intersections, looking out for vehicles merging, looking out for anybody who's overtaken. I'll open my field of view by moving off to the side of the road. It's going to allow me to see a lot further.
Oh, I go in a pothole. Alright.
And then you're going to regain your position. So my position ahead of you would be typically to the center line.
Yeah.
Yours would be a little bit to the outside. And this is so that we create some sort of a formation, which is called a staggered formation. I'll allow this minibus to go ahead. I wouldn't race ahead of a minibus. So ahead of me, I can see a vehicle is indicating right. This means the vehicles to the back of it would have to slow down. So all I simply do is just roll off the throttle, select a lower gear. Once the traffic starts flowing again, then I continue on.
Okay.
At no point in time I'm in a hurry to go ahead of the traffic.
Okay.
I'm simply going with the flow of traffic.
Right.
And I'm also allowing the traffic to dictate what I can do and when I should do it. Petrol stations are always a place you need to be cautious, because people would want to go in and out of petrol stations. There should be no overtaking in or around the area or zone of a petrol station or hardware supply store. Alright, so we're going to slow down in this area. People are going to be making a lot of moves. Always have to watch out for vehicles on the side coming back onto the road, so you always open out, you never stay on that side. Like this vehicle, you always open out. So if they decide they want to come out, it's going to give you some time to maneuver and get out of harm's way.
Right.
Up ahead, we have vehicles slowing down. There's no reason to speed up. Slowing down for intersection, there's a vehicle making its way out. Okay, we're approaching a hill, so selecting that correct gear will help you get up that hill. So that means you need to open up your throttle once you've selected that gear to help you make your way up the hill. Not forgetting to turn your head and open your leg for the corner. And we have some potholes also at the top of the hill. Watch out for the potholes over on this side.
Right.
A little disappointing, there's not much traffic at this
Oh,
present
really?
moment.
I see you like the challenge, man.
I guess it's closer to lunchtime, so folks are already having lunch. Approaching a major intersection, roll up the throttle. I have not used brakes, I'm not using brakes.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Hi.
Alright, so I'm just going to continue on. Again, I roll off the throttle.
What mate doing? What he doing? What's he doing?
So you always get rid of the danger. You never know if someone will just zoom in front of you. So for that
Right.
reason, it's better to just let them continue on. You have a vehicle exiting on the left. So you always open up. If
Yeah.
that person decides they want to go forward, you don't want them to make contact with you.
Let me give this thing a little gas. We'll bust ahead. He wants to come in.
Speed bump coming up. That means slow.
Speed
Pedestrian
bump.
crossing.
Yeah, man. That speed bump bring back memories.
So you simply lower your gears
Mhm.
and you cruise. It doesn't mean speed up or go faster. The speed humps are there
Right.
for a reason. That's to control the flow of traffic.
Mhm.
You're going to take a left turn. Turn your head, open your leg to make that tight turn.
Mhm.
Another dip in the road. Again, for the flow of traffic.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean speed up.
Well, that was fun.
So we are approaching main road, main highway. So we have to stop. Ensure you're in first gear. Foot goes up on the gear lever to select second gear as soon as you move off. Gas up. Change to second gear. Cancel your indicator if you haven't done so already. So remember, with the hump, you want to slow down, doesn't mean speed up.
Mhm.
So we're going to do highway speeds again. Okay, I can see a blue pickup up ahead. Wants to exit. This man has no indicators, but I suspect he's turning right. We're approaching slow moving traffic.
Slow moving
So it
traffic.
simply means roll off the throttle.
Mhm.
I'm not using any brakes.
Oh, shift down, huh? Alright. Yeah.
Okay, pedestrian wants to go across.
Mhm.
Alright, and we move on. So vehicles are going to be exiting on the right hand side, so I move to the left
Right.
just to ensure that nothing is going to come out to hit me, and then I regain my position. Watching out for the intersection on the left.
Mhm. Bus coming up.
Going to move to my left to protect myself. Before I head back, I glance and I regain my position.
Car coming out ahead of you. Another one. Wow.
So how long have you been riding?
Who, me?
How long have you been riding?
Well, it's been about 2 months and maybe possibly 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
I spend most of my time in training. You know, I appreciate the training, but I just want to move up to the next level, and I like the vibe here.
Well, it's good
Like-
that you've decided to get some advanced training, because
Yeah.
with the motorcycle practical examination, you're doing the
Mm-hmm.
basics, but there's always more you can learn or more you can improve on. So that's good you've taken the initiative to do that.
Right.
So up on the board I can see it says 40 miles, 64 kilometers an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So that means we should be doing, when I say highway speeds,
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about what the sign says. So if you're doing less than that or more than that, you need to make the necessary adjustment.
All right.
It's for
Mm-hmm.
your safety. Sign says there's an intersection on the right, so
Right.
always have to look. Okay, nothing is coming, I continue
Bus
on.
up ahead.
So this guy, as soon as he picks up the passenger, is going to want to come back onto the road, so make sure you let him know that you're there and also open up so he doesn't turn into you. So highway speeds are important because
Uh-huh.
everyone will expect you to be doing highway speeds, and if you're too slow, people will want to overtake.
Mm-hmm.
If you're too fast, your reaction time decreases.
Mm-hmm.
You have an ambulance, move
Wow.
over to
Okay.
the left. Okay, we have an intersection over on the right hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Vehicles always exiting or turning into. So no one at this moment seems to want to turn into our lane, so we're
Mm-hmm.
going to continue on. So how many times have you been on the road? How many times have you been riding on the road?
With y'all?
Since you've owned your motorcycle, how many times have you ridden on
Well,
your
that's a good
own on the road?
question. Let me see. Possibly about 3 or 4 times. Not much.
Okay.
About 4 times, I would say.
All right. What have you observed since riding on your own, being on the road?
Well, to be honest, I've seen people just cut in front of me, and it's I didn't really have enough reaction time. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff, but I feel a bit better having somebody, to instruct me on what to scan for and look for. Yeah.
Because that was going to be my next question. So, how would you compare your rides solo to riding now? What differences have you observed?
Well, I have increased my ability to scan everywhere now. I'm slowly getting better. I can feel it. Um, I'm able to give a better space cushion so I can react better. And I try my best to look for debris in the road. So the more you tell me that, it sticks in my head.
Fantastic. Potholes on my right hand side.
Yeah, yeah, nasty potholes.
We have
Whoa,
a vehicle
that's not.
exiting on the left.
Yeah, yeah.
We have slow moving traffic up ahead. Pothole on my right.
Right.
So we also have another intersection on the left hand
Okay.
side. Want to look out for any vehicles that might be coming out of that
Yeah.
intersection.
Yeah, man. I have to try and focus on the road, not the girls.
Pothole on the right hand side.
Pothole on the right. Yep.
And we're approaching intersection, four
Mhm.
ways. So you always open up on this intersection to
Mhm.
scan this road right here before you exit. There's another
Mhm.
sign on the left hand side. Again, the speed
Right.
limit, 40 miles an hour, 64 kilometers an hour.
Right.
Another sign on the left hand side, sharp right, sharp left.
Right.
So as bikers, we always prepare for the turn. So you open up, leg open, looking through the turn. Pothole on the right.
Right.
Again, opening out, looking through the turn, leg open. This road, very uneven surface.
Mhm. Somebody want to come out? Okay, going up there.
Some debris in the road, looks like glass. Open up on this
Yeah.
turn, there's a
Oh,
truck
the glass. Oh, wow.
approaching a roundabout, so we need
Mhm.
to close on our throttle, not open.
Okay.
Shift down gears
Mhm.
when approaching the roundabout. Scanning for vehicles, moving over on the right hand side. I always like to move to the side of the vehicles ahead of me. This would
Mhm.
prevent me from getting into harm's way of any vehicles that are not stopping in time.
Mhm.
If I'm going to be crossing this lane, I want to make sure the road is completely cleared. This person is moving that way, so I will go ahead. I'm watching out for the slippery surface on the left-hand side. I'm also indicating left and looking over my shoulder for any vehicles that might be crossing into my lane.
Right.
I always like to move to the side of the vehicles ahead of me. This would prevent me from getting into harm's way of any vehicles that are not stopping in time. If I'm going to be crossing this lane, I want to make sure the road is completely cleared. This person is moving that way, so I will go ahead. I'm watching out for the slippery surface on the left-hand side. I'm also indicating left and looking over my shoulder for any vehicles that might be crossing into my lane.
Right.
Again, the highway speeds need to be observed. There's a speed limit sign coming up. Right there it says 30, 50. So we observe 30 miles an hour, 50 kilometers an hour. So I want to make sure I'm doing 50 kilometers an hour. So we have a turn coming up on the right hand side. Vehicle also looking to exit.
Right.
Over on the left. Approaching a roundabout, first thing you do, you close your throttle,
Throttle down.
slow down,
Shift down.
shift down your gears. Okay, move forward. Moving to the left. Cancel off indicator. If you had to describe riding in one word, what word would you use?
It's very thrilling. It brings a sort of adrenaline. You feel excited and nervous. Yeah. But I guess with the training, you have somebody there to guide you, tell you what to look out for. Even if you slip, you keep practicing until you get it right.
That's right.
You know.
Right, so I can see a slow moving truck to the back of me. So I definitely want to make sure that nothing is overtaking the truck and going to come harm me while I'm merging.
A bus coming up. Wow. Check, that was unexpected earlier, but okay.
Pothole over on the left. Open up for the turn. Looking through the turn, leg open. Okay, so we're approaching the city. There will be a lot more stops and slowdowns. Up ahead I could see a red light. So I don't see any reason for me to speed up to catch up with the vehicles up ahead of me.
Green light now.
The light turns green and the vehicles are moving. Then I could start to move up. Look, I'm still doing the same speed and I caught up with the vehicle that was ahead of me. I don't want to stop. I want to keep going. So I just continue on. All of these little techniques can be used and utilized to help you firm up your basic skills.
Truck behind me. Let me gas up.
This is the harbor. We got 2 cruise ships in.
Yeah, lovely cruise ships.
So we have minibus on the left. We have another vehicle doing some U-turn thing. She hasn't glanced. She hasn't seen me yet. So she had not glanced. She had not seen me. There's no reason to go ahead of that person. Speed
Mhm.
limit sign right here for the city, 20 miles an hour, 32 kilometers an hour.
Right.
Again, we're observing all the limits with regards to speed. Approaching roundabout, no danger. Just glancing to my left, indicating left, glancing again to my left. I need to occupy one lane, cancel indicator, and then move over if I'm going to be occupying another lane. So now we're in the city. We've basically come to the end of our ride. Unfortunately, there was not that much traffic.
Unfortunately for you.
We're still able to read the road,
Right.
still able to understand what we need to do to protect ourselves, keep ourselves safe. So I hope you enjoy that. What would you say to anyone who's thinking of riding in traffic but extremely nervous? What would you say to them? What would you recommend?
Well, I'll tell them, have somebody guide you, have an instructor who will be there to take you by the hand and take it slow, there's no need to speed. I wish I really understood that in the beginning, you know, and just take it one step at a time, there's no rush.
Fantastic. Well, that's it for another episode. It was a very short video, very simple. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button down below. Also, don't forget to share with any and everyone. Leave your comments, suggestions, questions in the comment section. And of course, you're more than welcome to subscribe. It's all good if you do, it's all good if you don't, but if you don't, you'll be missing out on whatever it is we get up to next. And I know you don't want to do that. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram. That's BIGGLUM, like it says down below. And yeah, I'm going to sign off for now. So, as always, get control of your body, take time for your mind, love yourself first, so you can love others. Until the next time. Boop, boop. Peace. Alright, so up ahead I can see someone is parking.
Okay.